Hey guys, so for today's video, I thought I would share how I color my hair red. So, if you can tell, I've got some nice blondie roots. I was not blonde growing up, I'm just old, so my red has faded. So, I don't like the blonde, so I put red back in. Now, I've had tons of different colors in my hair, and my hair has been quite destroyed by it, and so I kind of found this new way that is healthy for my hair, a lot cheaper to keep my hair red. And well, let's just talk about it. So I use henna for my hair. So it's that same type of henna that you hear about for like the tattoos and things like that, but this is applied to your hair. I use straight henna, and I'll show you what that looks like in an upcoming clip here. But it's a plant material that not only dyes my hair, so this doesn't chemically dye it, it stains it, it seals it. So because it's not chemically changing or altering my hair, it actually conditions my hair and makes it stronger while I am dyeing my hair. So henna has lots of different shades and kinds that you can use because of things that they add to the henna. I just use straight henna because I like the red. I like the orangey red. Mine isn't too bright. It is quite dark. Now it does get a little more of an orangey tinge, brighter tinge in the summer when the sun kind of bleaches it out a bit. But my hair, so I'm standing in front of a window here, is quite dark. It's not like super orangey or anything like that. So I like this color of red, so I don't add any other colors to it. The other pro of this is that, like I said before, it's super cheap, and I don't have to do my whole hair. I only ever do my roots. I don't ever have to touch the bottom. So I've been doing this for about a year now, and I have never, or I have once. So I once did all of my hair, and then one more time after that I did my entire head because I felt like some of the red felt uneven or dingy. And so the reason you don't want to do it multiple times over and over and over again, because the more you put it on top, the more it darkens. So if you like a darker, deeper red, then that's fine, but it will just continue to get darker and darker and darker the more times you do it. So I plan on only doing it every time I start a new box about. So that, how you do it. I buy mine off of Amazon, and I'll have links below where you can buy this, and it is much cheaper than getting a box because you get 3 bags of it, and it's only, I think, 16 bucks or something like that. But each bag will do 1 full of mine. Actually, probably do more now because my hair, I just cut it. Sorry, bad camera stuff. I just cut it. So my hair used to be another like 4-ish inches, 4 or 5 inches. But with 1 bag, I would be able to do my entire head and then 2 roots. So I have pretty thick hair. So if you have less hair, then obviously 1 bag would go in further. And so if you have 3 bags, that means you have 9 applications in that for $16. So the thing that makes it kind of tricky is that you have to leave it on for several hours. Like I leave mine on for the entire day. So I will put it in my hair, and then I will wrap it in saran wrap because you can't let it dry. And then I'll put a towel on it to keep the heat and the moisture in it, and to let it condition my hair, and I'll just go about my day. So obviously you want to do this on a day that you are not having any plans, because you have to do it this way, otherwise it won't stick. So that's one of the cons, and that is not quick like a dye job would be. But in my opinion, I'm home most of the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just plan around that. The other thing is that, like I said, it will deepen or develop over time. So that will just happen naturally. And plus, if you add on top, like every time, it'll get darker. But when you get it done, your hair, or like the new stuff, will be bright orange, like fire orange. And so this can be kind of scary, but by day 2 for me, it's complete. Even by day 1, like the next day, it's so much darker and not so like in your face orange. But by day 2, like you can't even tell like the tonal difference between them, because obviously this new growth will be bright orange, and then the rest will be this color. But like I said, I mean, you can see, like, you don't see any lines or differences in the colors of my hair. Any tonal changes that you see is just my natural tonal changes in hair. So like my natural highlights and things like that. It's not from my, the multiple steps or roots being conditioned. So why don't we go ahead and get into it? I'll show you how I mix mine up. I do add a couple of extra things in mine to help it really condition, sitting in there and condition. I add a couple extra things to my henna to make it just kind of more of a valuable time to, you know, I'm letting it all sit there forever. Might as well do as much as I can from hair while I'm there. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is the henna that I use. I get it off of Amazon and I will have it linked down below. But this is the color I use. It's all natural. It is only henna, so that is something to be careful of. You can see that in the ingredients there. There is nothing else added to this. So there are some that have like indigo, which is like a black in it, and just other ingredients that will change how it performs. You can still use it. It will just change how it performs. Then you'll see on the back that it kind of gives you an idea of how your color will look with this particular dye. So in my opinion, this is kind of accurate, kind of not. Alright, so first thing I do is I empty the entire bag into a glass bowl and I begin to mix it with some essential oils. So because this is staying on my head a long time, I like to add frankincense, rosemary, and clary sage. I only add about 5 drops of frankincense, 10 to 15 of the rosemary, and at least 15 of the clary sage. That is a very good hair growth essential oil, so I like to really add that to my mixture here. The next thing I like to do is I like to add lemon. Because the mixture tends to darken over time, lemon will lighten it up a bit. So I like to add that because I like a lighter red. So now when you're adding your water, it is very important to use very, very hot water. I in fact like to use like just after it's been boiled. And then I add just a little bit at a time because it makes it easier to stir. And you have to stir with either a wood or a plastic spoon, no metal, in anything you do when it comes to henna, because it will alter the way the henna works. It will change even how it looks on your hair, it'll change the color and all that. So you have to use non-metal objects for this process. So when you're all done, it should be the consistency of yogurt. The lumps are not a big deal at all. You just want to make sure it's kind of thick like a good Greek yogurt. The way I apply it is I just use what are they, like the brushes that you have when you normally get your hair dyed that you use. So I just put it in a bowl and I just scoop it and slap it on. Like, it does not need to be, you can't mess it up because, like I said, you're not going to get these weird lines. So as long as you just slap it on and make sure you cover all of the new growth, it really doesn't matter. So I'm really sloppy with it. I just get it done. So after I'm done applying it and I see how much I have left, I actually divide up my extras. So I know about a quart size bag is what works for me, and I divide it into 2 different amounts, and then I freeze it because henna works by being wet and by heat. So if you freeze it, you kind of stop the plant from extracting, and you can then thaw it out and heat it up for your next time when you do your root job. So that's what you see me doing here is I pour the extras from finishing up my entire head, I think I did this time, and using the 2 bags to use for my next time when I need to do my roots, which is now. All right, guys, well, that is it. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions about henna, let me know in the comments below. Have you ever heard of henna as being used for hair dye, or have you tried it? I would love to know. There are other color options, like I said, so even if you're not looking for the red, there are other ways of doing this that is natural, and it actually fortifies your hair as opposed to destroying it. So I really love henna. I don't foresee me changing how I do my hair ever. I like red hair. While I loved having my rainbow colors before, it's just not practical for me at this time. So I really like the henna. So make sure you like and comment and do all those lovely things for my videos. I really appreciate it. And make sure you subscribe so that you can see the new videos I'm coming up with. My next video is gonna have to do with electronics and my kids, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. All right, well, I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.